guys, welcome back to my channel. So I was trying to figure out what to film for this week, and so I was going back through my old videos and I realized that I haven't put out a neighborhood video since April, which is crazy because it's like, what, almost August? Time is flying by, but let's do a neighborhood series video. It's funny because I actually filmed a lot of this, I don't even know, like a few months ago, and then I just forgot to finish it. So here we are. Let's just get right into it. And today we are doing Green Lake. So Green Lake is another one of those places that I have actually lived in. And I think this is the last place on all of my neighborhood lists that I have actually lived and not just like been to. And like all of the other places that I loved living in Green Lake. Green Lake is actually one of the only places that I had lived by myself. I had a cute little studio and I loved it. It was so great. I feel like it's the perfect place to just like, if you want to live by yourself and feel like safe and just like there's enough stuff to do, but it's not like too crazy. Green Lake is an awesome place for that. I don't know how often you're able to say that you can literally be at a lake within 10-minute drive to a city, but with Green Lake, you have that. So with Green Lake, you are super close to University of Washington, as well as if you go a little bit more north, you'll be at the North Seattle College. If you are somebody who's looking to go to school, you will be close to both of those, so it's a good option for that. And then you are super close to the highway, I-5, if you're somebody who commutes a lot, or you know you're just gonna be on the highway a lot. It's also great for that. I did have a car when I lived in Green Lake, so it was super, super nice to be able to just like jump on the highway and get downtown or anywhere I needed to go. The neighborhood itself is very neighborhoody, as I would describe. It's a lot of just like houses and then like small businesses, but there's not like a whole lot going on. So if you are looking for a place that's gonna like have a lot of bars and restaurants and things to do, it might not be the best option, but I still feel like it'll totally suffice, and you're fairly close to anything else if you do want to have more things to do. Like you are pretty close to Wallingford and on 45th, which is not that far from Green Lake. There's so many other things to do, and if you get closer to the university, there's also stuff to do. So I guess that really isn't too big of a deal, but just like Green Lake proper, there's not a whole lot going on. That's personally what I liked about it. I love just being able to just walk to the lake, hang out, just chill. It's good vibes over there. I feel like there's a lot of families and stuff, so it feels safe, and it's just like, I don't know, there's just something about Green Lake that like I just really love. So surrounding the lake, there is a walking path. It is a 2.8-mile path. In the summertime, or not even the summertime, pretty much all year round, you will literally see people walking their dogs or skating or just kind of like running around that track all year long. It's great for that. If you love to run, it's perfect. There's also like a lot of grassy area. It is easily my favorite place to tan in the summertime because there's just like so much open grass, and I don't know, it's just like perfect for that. People go out there to just like sit and read or have a picnic. You can rent like kayaks and paddleboards there, which is awesome. I did mention that in my last video. You do also have the option to swim. I know people swim. I don't personally like swimming in Green Lake. I think it's kind of gross. The water is just like not super clean, but I know people do it, so it's up to your discretion. I just don't find myself swimming there often. Also, if you are at the main entrance of Green Lake, which I will throw up a map, I don't know how to explain where that is, there is also like there's like a little baseball field. There's a huge grassy area that people love to play volleyball. There's also a basketball court and an indoor pool, which the pool is closed. I have no idea when it's gonna open, but that is there. At the south end of Green Lake, there is a like putt-putt golf course. There's also tennis courts and a soccer field. So if you like any sport, I feel like you can find it at Green Lake, and there's always a ton of people out playing. I honestly wouldn't doubt if a lot of them don't even know each other. They just kind of come together, especially at the basketball court. I feel like people just come to play when other people are playing already. Oh, I guess there are also tennis courts right next to the indoor pool as well. So you do have options for tennis courts if you want to go to the ones down south or the ones that are super close to like the kayak rentals. On the west side of Green Lake, there is a public theater that used to actually be a bathhouse, but now it is a theater and they put on plays and things like that. I know it's closed for the summer, but I believe they're gonna reopen in fall. I have never done that, but I feel like it would be a cool experience. As well as that's usually the area that people swim is right in front of that. And they do have lifeguards every once in a while if that's something that you care about. I'm just personally someone who loves water and I just love being near the water. You do have a ton of opportunities pretty much anywhere in Seattle to be close to water, but when I lived in Green Lake, I literally lived a couple blocks away, so I could just walk down anytime I wanted and see the water. It's a super, super chill place to just hang out. I loved going by myself. I feel like most of the time I was there by myself and just like, it's a very calming spot to like just hang out and read or draw or do whatever. There are some really cool and cute restaurants over there. A few to name that are my favorites would be Shelter, Katanda, there is a hot pot place over there, Retreat, and Bongos. And Bongos is on the east side. It's away from all the other restaurants, but you should totally check it out even if you don't want to go to Green Lake, because it is a super cool Caribbean restaurant where like the outside patio actually has sand. So you can just like take your shoes off and sit in the sand while, well, not sit in the sand, but you can put your feet in the sand while you have dinner, and the food is so good. So I highly recommend checking that out regardless of Green Lake. So as per usual, let's get into some stats. The population of Green Lake is 12,321 people, and the median age is 35. The average price range for a one-bedroom is going to be just over $1,400 to $3,000, and making the average rent price just over $1,600. So I feel like that is on the cheaper side, at least of the ones that I have talked about previously. If you've heard me talk about the MFTE program in my old videos, this is actually where I was able to use that program, was in Green Lake, and I got to pay, I believe, $1,200 for a studio in a place that I also believe the average rent price was like $18. So just saying, I'm always gonna keep throwing that out there because if you can save money, you should. So this video is definitely going to be a little bit shorter than some of my older neighborhood videos. Green Lake is fairly tiny, but I definitely wanted to add it in because it's somewhere that I loved living. I feel like it's perfect for somebody who even was in my situation that just wants like a safe place to live by themselves, where there's at least some things to do, or just like, or if you're going to the university, or just like really anything. If you want to live in like a neighborhoody feel area, there was still like plenty of buses that go straight into downtown, so you don't have to worry about that. There's much more street parking than there would be closer to the city, so that's a great option. Oh, and I do want to mention, if you are looking for a place in Green Lake, I would avoid the east side because that is going to put you along Aurora, which is one of the main streets that goes up north, but it's known to be less safe. There's a lot of stuff that goes on Aurora Street that I personally wouldn't want to live close to, so just something to keep in mind, do your research, but just wanted to throw that out there. So that is going to be it for Green Lake. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry it's been so long since I put one of these videos out. Hopefully it won't be that long before the next one, but as always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!
I've been chasing dreams, I need to slow down. I've been thinking what is gonna come round. I just never know what to expect now. Thoughts been coming on and off my mind now, telling me that I just need to slow down. But I'm like, how? But I'm like, how? If you say it's okay, no, it's okay. You could tell me to wait, but I don't wait. Yeah, I'm running away, losing focus, losing all my focus, got me feeling hopeless. If you say it's okay, no, it's okay. You could tell me to wait, but I don't wait. Yeah, I'm running away, losing focus, losing all my focus, got me feeling hopeless. I spend most of my time like waiting, like like a boat go to part. All those pointless conversations that we had from the start. All the effort that I put in, take it out of the cart. I guess we were young, did stupid shit I'd say wasn't smart, but that's just the way it goes, what I could say from the least. As the rain falls on my shoulders, the sun moves to the east. Lately days have been so cold, so I just put on a fleece. I just wanna go back home, yeah, I'm not used to these streets. Lost and found, I don't know its days, I don't know it come round. I can never leave, gotta stay right now. Some days, yeah, we up, then we come back down, yeah, we come back. Lost and found, I don't know its days, I don't know it come round. I can never leave, gotta stay right now. Some days, yeah, we up, then we come back down, yeah, we come back. If you say it's okay, no, it's okay. You could tell me to wait, but I don't wait. Yeah, I'm running away, losing focus, losing all my focus, got me feeling hopeless. If you say it's okay, no, it's okay. You could tell me to wait, but I don't wait. Yeah, I'm running away, losing focus, losing all my focus, got me feeling hopeless.
Always gave you everything I had. Never thought things could turn this bad. But now I realize I gotta take time. Try to stop and smell the roses instead of running past. No more time for advantage, I'll never get it back. Try to stay put in the moment, don't wanna losing focus. Time to take it slow, enjoy the things I never noticed.
Lost and found,